in music to set hearts aflame. Father, now that I wander with thee, flowers and fields are alive with thy joy. All that I own to thee I've given. Now I sing in thy love I am free. Father, now that I dance in thy name, birds and animals share in my song. All of my sorrows, all my merriment, joined in music to set hearts aflame. All my sorrows, all my merriment, joined in music to set hearts aflame. Thank you, everyone.
Next we have to fine-tune the guitar so I can stand it. Those who know guitars may notice I'm playing with a 12-string guitar today. And I love the sound of the 12-string, but you have to have it. Otherwise, there's a lot of strings and they're not twice as much a tune.
So the next song that we're going to be singing is called Mother of Wisdom. So it should be under M in that yellow book that you have. This is a song from the oratorio. Page 58 for anybody who hasn't found it.
The analogy of Trauterman is so great with instruments. And with the wood, because it expands and contracts, like our hearts, it changes, can change the tuning with the weather, not liking rain is another thing for wood instruments. Okay, we're close. Make a big difference. This song was inspired by Swami Kriyananda's visit to the Church of the Dormition in Jerusalem, which is the site of, I don't know it, I can't remember, it's Mary or her mother, may have been, anyway, the powerful energy of divine. You need to see it. You sing with me, David?
Yes. Mother of wisdom, mercy and grace, grant us thy vision, grant us thy peace. Our love receive, though blindly we pray. Silently guide our thoughts when we stray. How many years so proud of our wisdom, turning from God, we wandered alone. So many years we've boasted but madness. Now our souls call thee make us thy own. We'd like to chant now, O God Beautiful, and for anyone who doesn't know, yesterday was the 100th anniversary of when Yogananda chanted O God Beautiful at Carnegie Hall, and he chanted for an hour and 25 minutes, and many of the devotees who were present there experienced divine healings and blessings from that chanting. So we're going to chant this right into meditation, so for about 10 minutes, and really try to feel that experience of what it might have been like to be in such a massive place like Carnegie Hall with so many devoted people. There were over 3,000 people there. People stood in the back and hundreds waited outside to be part of it. So let's try and tune in with that energy this morning. Oh God, beautiful, oh God, beautiful, oh God, beautiful. At thy feet, oh, I do bow. At thy feet, oh, I do bow. Oh God, beautiful, oh God, beautiful, oh God, beautiful, oh God, beautiful. In the forest thou art green. In the forest thou art green, in the mountain thou art high, in the mountain thou art high, in the river thou art restless, in the river thou art restless, in the ocean thou art great, in the ocean great. Oh God, beautiful, oh God, beautiful, oh God, beautiful, oh God, beautiful. At thy feet, oh, I do bow. At thy feet, oh, I do bow. Oh God, beautiful, oh God, beautiful, oh God, beautiful, oh God, beautiful. To the serviceful thou art service, to the serviceful thou art service, to the lover thou art love, to the lover thou art love, to the sorrowful thou art sympathy, to the sorrowful thou art sympathy, to the yogi thou art bliss, to the yogi thou art bliss. Oh God, beautiful, oh God, beautiful, oh God, beautiful, oh God, beautiful. At thy feet, oh, I do bow. At thy feet, oh, I do bow. Oh God, beautiful, oh God, beautiful, oh God, beautiful, oh God, beautiful. In the forest thou art green, in the forest thou art green, in the mountain thou art high, beautiful, oh God, beautiful, oh God, beautiful, oh God, beautiful. To the serviceful thou art service, to the serviceful thou art service, to the lover thou art love, to the lover thou art love, to the sorrowful thou art sympathy, to the sorrowful thou art sympathy, to the yogi thou art bliss, to the yogi thou art bliss. Oh God beautiful, oh God beautiful, oh God beautiful, oh God beautiful. At thy feet, oh I do bow, at thy feet, oh I do bow. Oh God beautiful, oh God beautiful, oh God beautiful, oh God beautiful. In the forest thou art green, in the forest thou art green, in the mountain thou art high, in the mountain thou art high, in the river thou art restless, in the river thou art restless, in the ocean thou art grave, in the ocean thou art grave. Oh God beautiful, oh God beautiful, oh God beautiful, oh God beautiful. At thy feet, oh I do bow, at thy feet, oh I do bow. Oh God beautiful, oh God beautiful, oh God beautiful, oh God beautiful. To the serviceful thou art service, to the serviceful thou art service, to the lover thou art love, to the lover thou art love, to the sorrowful thou art sympathy, to the sorrowful thou art sympathy, to the yogi thou art bliss, to the yogi thou art bliss. Oh God beautiful, oh God beautiful, oh God beautiful, oh God beautiful. At thy feet, oh I do bow, at thy feet, oh I do bow. Oh God beautiful, oh God beautiful, oh God beautiful, oh God beautiful. In the forest thou art green, in the forest thou art green, in the mountain thou art high, in the mountain thou art high, in the river thou art restless, in the river thou art restless, in the ocean thou art great, in the ocean thou art great. Oh God beautiful, oh God beautiful, oh God beautiful, oh God beautiful. At thy feet, oh I do bow, at thy feet, oh I do bow. Oh God beautiful, oh God beautiful, oh God beautiful, oh God beautiful. To the serviceful thou art service, to the serviceful thou art service, to the lover thou art love, to the lover thou art love, to the sorrowful thou art sympathy, to the sorrowful thou art sympathy, to the yogi thou art bliss, to the yogi thou art bliss. Oh God beautiful, oh God beautiful, oh God beautiful, beautiful, oh God, beautiful. At thy feet, oh, I do bow. At thy feet, oh, I do bow. Oh God, beautiful, oh God, beautiful. Oh God, beautiful, oh God, beautiful. Oh God, beautiful, oh God, beautiful. Fixing your attention at the spiritual eye, the point between the two eyebrows. Tune in to all of the devotees around the world who for the past 24 hours have been chanting, "Oh God, beautiful." Chanting in English and Spanish, Bengali, Russian. Tune your consciousness into that sense of world brotherhood. And imagine all the great masters smiling down upon us, smiling through our hearts, as we have all chanted with so much love and devotion. We'll meditate in silence for a few minutes together.
Remaining inward in meditation, please listen to this week's affirmations for self-healing by Swami Kriyananda. Week 16, Willingness. Willingness must be cultivated deliberately. It is an attitude of mind and depends not on outward conditions. Most people are willing or unwilling, depending on their likes and dislikes. This habit tends to develop a bias towards unwillingness, which gradually becomes chronic and attracts to itself chronic failure. Don't wait for favorable circumstances to awaken willingness in you. Train yourself in the attitude of saying yes to life. Often by this simple attitude, you will find success arriving unexpected at your door. The affirmation, I welcome everything that comes to me as an opportunity for further growth. Repeating in a loud voice, commanding the conscious mind, please repeat after me. I welcome everything that comes to me as an opportunity for further growth.
I welcome everything that comes to me as an opportunity for further growth.
Now in a conversational tone, I welcome everything that comes to me as an opportunity for further growth.
I welcome everything that comes to me as an opportunity for further growth.
And now in a whisper, I welcome everything that comes to me as an opportunity for further growth. And now silently, taking the affirmation inward, I welcome everything that comes to me as an opportunity for further growth. Now bringing your awareness to the spiritual eye, silently bringing the affirmation into superconsciousness, I welcome everything that comes to me as an opportunity for further growth. And the prayer, Lord, help me to overcome the satanic pull of unwillingness. The more I embrace life in your name, the more I feel your joy.
Now we'll have our reading from Rays of the One Light.
Weekly commentaries on the Bible and the Bhagavad Gita, to each according to his faith. Truth is one and eternal. Realize one with it in your deathless self within. The following commentary is based on the teachings of Paramahansa Yogananda. In the Gospel of St. John, chapter 3, we read, Everyone that doeth evil hateth the light, neither cometh to the light, lest his deed should be reproved. But he that doeth truth cometh to the light, that his deeds may be made manifest, and that they are wrought in God. It is a common experience shared by most people that when a person errs, he experiences a desire to hide that error from his conscience instead of holding it up for purification. Error clutches its misdeeds to itself and resists correction, though it is only in the state of purity that we can achieve perfect freedom. It requires an act of will to offer that awareness up to the light and to hold it there until one's inner darkness is completely dissipated. For every state of consciousness has its own attractive power. And the more we allow that attraction to act upon us, the more we attract to ourselves the objective circumstances and experiences natural to it. Our faith is the attractive power of our underlying state of consciousness. Goodness attracts goodness. It takes goodness even to see goodness. Evil attracts evil, and it takes evil even to see evil. That is, to take special note of its existence. Whatever there is in you of darkness or light, offer it up to the heights. In the supreme light alone will we find salvation. Accept nothing less than yourself as your lasting reality. As the Bhagavad Gita says in the 12th chapter, cling now to me, clasp me with heart and mind, so shalt thou dwell surely with me on high. But if thy thought droops from such height, if thou best weak to set body and soul upon me constantly, despair not, give me lower service, seek to reach me, worshiping with steadfast will. And if thou canst not worship steadfastly, work for me, toil in works pleasing to me. For he that laboreth right for love of me shall finally attain. But if in this thy faint heart fails, bring me thy failure. Thus, through Holy Scripture, God has spoken to mankind.
That's okay, no worries. I've got a whole collection of books to bring up too, so just a second here. Well, good morning, everyone. I was just reflecting a moment ago that there's really no other place that I'd rather be than right here, right now. This is such a special opportunity to be together and to share a day like this. So let's continue with the Whispers from Eternity. This is Whispers 199. Endless thrills of delight. I attuned my life with thine. Now my life has become a long, unbroken inspiration. Thy fountain of bliss refreshes and delights me night and day, whether I be wakeful, fast asleep, or dreaming fondly of thee. Oh, what has become of me? Delight on overwhelming delight, endless, indescribable thrills of divine delight spray unceasingly over me. O aged nectar, wine of centuries, I have found thee at last and will taste of thy sweetness forever, forever, forever. That is the promise of this path and the spiritual path in general, is to awaken our consciousness so that we can experience that unbroken delight that Yogananda Ji speaks about. And you know, listening to Oh God Beautiful yesterday and even chanting it with you all this morning, it helps you to feel that sense of intense joy and bliss. And it's just amazing to think that so many years ago, Yogananda came to this country and that thousands and thousands of people would come to his talks. People would be lined up outside of the venue, blocks away, just to feel that sense of divine consciousness that was flowing through him. And can you imagine what that must have felt like? For some people, I'm sure they were attracted to the exoticness of his presence. You know, this was the 1920s, and he had a turban, and he was dressed in all orange robes, probably not what everybody else was wearing. But it was the feeling of the consciousness flowing through him must have just set people on fire to want to be around him. And no matter where he went in the United States, every single venue was filled to capacity. And just to think of that, imagine what it must have been like to be there in that room with Yogananda Ji, especially on this occasion of going to Carnegie Hall. He was known to be a very dynamic speaker. He would often come out on stage with his hair trailing behind him because he was coming out with so much intensity of energy and fervor and love for God.
But on this occasion, he was chanting, and I want to just visit the moment together inside the autobiography of a yogi so we can relive it. And just imagine yourself, maybe you were waiting in line, and the buzz that must have been in that line, and even the auditorium before Yoganandaji had come out, he had already been lecturing, so he had a reputation, and people were extremely excited to see him. And so here you are, one of these thousands of people that actually got a ticket, and you could be in the room. I can only imagine what that must have been like. We've been to concerts, many of us before, and there's like an excitement in the air, but imagine a divine consciousness that's causing that excitement. I mean, it must have been indescribable. So there's only a very short account in the autobiography of a yogi of this moment. But again, put yourself there. Imagine what you're wearing. In the 20s, women were always wearing these fancy hats. Men were, in suits. Maybe you can imagine yourself like that. So for a preface to the songbook, this is for Cosmic Chants that Yogananda wrote. For a preface to the songbook, I recounted my first outstanding experience with the receptivity of Westerners to the quaintly devotional airs of the East. This occasion had been a public lecture. The time, April 18th, 1926, the place, Carnegie Hall in New York. Mr. Hunsaker, I had confided to an American student, I am planning to ask the audience to sing an ancient Hindu chant, "O God, beautiful." Sir, Mr. Hunsaker had protested, these Oriental songs are alien to American understanding. What a shame if the lecture were to be marred by a commentary of overripe tomatoes. I had laughingly disagreed, Yogananda says. Music is a universal language. Americans will not fail to feel the soul aspiration in this lofty chant. During the lecture, Mr. Hunsaker had sat behind me on the platform, probably fearing for my safety. His doubts were groundless. Not only had there been an absence of unwelcome vegetables, but for 1 hour and 25 minutes, the strains of "O God Beautiful" had sounded uninterruptedly from 3,000 throats. Blasé no longer, dear New Yorkers. Your hearts had soared out in a simple pain of rejoicing. Divine healings had taken place that evening among the devotees, chanting with love the Lord's blessed name. Now, the first time that I read this, I thought somehow that everyone was blessed and that it was just like one miracle after another, and every single person there had been blessed in this profound way. And there's one line in it that, and I'm sure everyone was blessed to a degree, but listen to the last sentence in that. Divine healings had taken place that evening among the devotees, chanting with love the Lord's blessed name. So no doubt every person in there had some elevated experience depending on their level of consciousness. But Yogananda specifically emphasized how the devotee receives a greater measure of that blessing. And it's not because the devotee is special or favored in the eyes of God. It's simply because a devotee has opened their heart to God, meaning that they have turned their cup up to receive the blessings of the divine. And when all the events that were taking place yesterday, I just want to acknowledge what Duty was a part of yesterday. Over 200 people joined online to sing "O God Beautiful" from all over the world together in Duti's sing-along. And she put together this wonderful video that so many people worked really hard on to make happen, to show all of the devotees around the world, in Russia, in Serbia, in Italy, the Ananda Espanol communities throughout India, all throughout America. And the overwhelming response that I heard from people after they watched that video and participated was just how deeply blessed and connected we really are. You know, and in times where it feels like darkness is expanding and encroaching, this is just such a beautiful affirmation to say, look how powerful the light is. Look how connected we are across all continents, and that we're part of this great and beautiful family. I mean, it's just, every time I've been chanting, "Oh God, beautiful," yesterday and today, it's like you just blend right into this stream of energy it's so powerful. And you know the masters are chanting with us and they're just pouring energy. So I encourage you, because this event did not just happen on the 18th, but Yogananda lectured for the entire week following, every single night until the 26th, which is this coming Saturday, where many of us are going to actually physically be in New York City to have our own experience of chanting. So to tune in for the next week to that feeling and chant "Oh God, beautiful" all week if you can. It's just such a beautiful chant to tune into. I do want to put a little special emphasis on the devotee aspect of what Yogananda said, that the devotees received a greater blessing and that many received miraculous healings. You know, the question comes into mind is how can you be a good devotee, and how can you open your consciousness up to receive the blessings of the masters? And number one on that list is definitely devotion. This week, to me, the reading and everything that's happening, it's all bhakti yoga. Even the Bhagavad Gita quote is all about giving of your heart, of self-offering, giving everything to God, no matter if it's your best or your worst or anything in between, but pouring yourself out to the divine. And you know, I'm going to share a little story of the first time that I came to Ananda. I think it is poignant and sticks out here. The very first time I came to Ananda, the church was in Hopkinton, and it's a beautiful old barn on a horse farm, and it's a very nice secluded place. And I was where I was in my life, you know, and I was driving there with Shannon. She had discovered Ananda and was so excited to share it with me. And I remember one of my first impressions was, I've never seen so many joyful people gathered in one place before. You know, in the world, like sometimes you see like one very joyful person and they kind of stick out. And I was like, oh my God, they're all in the same room together. This is wild. And the second feeling that I had was, whatever they're doing, that's what I want to be doing. And it's important to recognize that being a devotee is an active participation, responsibility. It's an incredible blessing for us to be devotees of a great master, but unless we act upon that and we actively try to attune ourselves, we only get the measure of grace that we are open and receptive to. So Yogananda has given us this beautiful path, and the masters that came before him too, of yoga, Raja Yoga, which in the most simplest terms, Raja Yoga is a way of tuning your vessel, your body, with the divine, with the nature of life, of what is. And nothing is more convincing than your own personal experience. And time again, as long as I've been practicing meditation and trying to be in tune with Yogananda Ji, I've found that I'm just happier when I think of God. And it might sound really simple, and it's easy to forget and go back to old ways again, but that really is the simplest way to explain this path, is that you are happier when you're in tune with the divine. Now, there are many ways to be in tune with the divine. You can read scripture, you can practice affirmations. What Yogananda gave us was an inner way of being in tune with God, not just outwardly through community, but inwardly actually experiencing God's presence inside of ourselves. Everything that we practice on this path is to help us to go within so that we can have an experience of divine consciousness. So every single practice is trying to put you in tune with the nature of all that is. And the reality is that sometimes we resist that. You know, the reading alludes to that sometimes we become unwilling and we just sort of rebel against the whole thing. There's a story I heard once listening to Asha Nayaswami, who's a wonderful teacher on our path. And in the early days of Ananda, when they would gather for a Sunday service, there were so few people that if you didn't attend, it was very noticeable. And there was this one Sunday service, and so everybody would be there, and this one person wasn't there. And Asha was wondering, what happened to them? Is everything okay? I should go check in on them. And this person said, I didn't feel like being with the masters today. And don't we all feel that way sometimes? That we just don't feel like being necessarily good or tuning into the light? I know that happens for me, if I'm totally honest with myself. And so I think it's valuable to at least acknowledge that that happens. And then how do we work with that? How can we take that energy that wants to avoid our nature, wants to avoid the divinity within ourselves, and how do we convert it into a currency that makes us feel joyful and blissful? And Bhakti Yoga is one really, really good way, by chanting, by listening to the songs. It doesn't take a lot of energy to turn on Ananda music. It takes a lot less energy than getting yourself to sit down and meditate, but it's really powerful. And the music works on you. It sort of starts to soften and melt those parts of you that might be resistant to the divine. Bhakti Yoga in its purest form is giving your heart to God and loving God as much as you can. And on any given day, you may feel more or less inclined to do so, but it's important to always aspire to do that because it's what makes us happy. And I'll tell you, you can try the opposite way, and I do it frequently because I'm working with my own nature to try to get around that, thinking that somehow I can find happiness through some bypath. And every single time I come back to Master, back to God, laying my heart at their feet and saying, okay, Master, it didn't work again. Here I am, ready to take up the torch and start again. I just want to normalize that because I know that we all go through it, and it doesn't mean that you're failing or falling. I sort of think of like a flower. When a flower is starting to come out of its bud, it opens and then it recedes, and it opens a little more and then it recedes, and it opens even more and it recedes. And that's what the spiritual path has been like for me. Your heart and soul opens up to God, and then there's a part of us that's just like, no, I'm not ready for that much light. Don't give me that much. I think that's the honest way to say it. But over time, we become more and more open. And when that flower is wide open, it is just receiving the light. And that's what we're all trying to do here. So cling to your practices, especially meditation, is the most important. Because yes, we can tune into God through our senses, but there's nothing more poignant than tuning into God in silence inside of yourself. It's a really powerful experience. That's the lasting experience that will carry you throughout your week and throughout the days. Well, I think that might be it. Let me check the rays of the one light just to make sure. Let's read the quote one more time because it's just so beautiful. Cling thou to me, clasp me with heart and mind, so shalt thou dwell surely with me on high. That's your best day right there. That's your best day when you cling to God for as much of that day as you can. That's your seclusion day. That's when you're on retreat with your guru bhais, and maybe in time it's going to become our everyday. Surely it will become our everyday. But if thy thought droops from such height, if thou beest weak to set body and soul upon me constantly, despair not. Give me lower service. Seek to reach me worshiping with steadfast will. That's our meditation practice. Every day, twice a day. If you can do more, it's even better. Just keep plunging yourself back into that beautiful consciousness of God. And there's also the service, the lower service. Work for me, toil in works pleasing to me. For he that laboreth right for love of me shall finally attain. So if we can't meditate, give your day to God. Give your work to God. Say, I offer myself in these activities. Give all the fruits of your labors. You can donate money that you make. You can tithe. You can give of your heart in your service and say, I'm doing this for you, God. And lastly, but if in this thy faint heart fails, we all have a faint heart at times, bring me thy failure. What a beautiful love of the divine for us. Even if we fail, you see, it's not that God ever shuts us out, it's that we sometimes close ourselves off from God. And it's okay. It's just like that bud that contracts. The sun is going to shine again. So this week, try the best that you can to tune into Oh God Beautiful for the whole week. Chant it as much as you can and just put yourself into that state of consciousness so that it becomes a blessed week. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Thank you. We'll have our offertory now.